Hi everyone. The topic I have selected today is interrogative pronouns. This is one of the lecture of the series of lectures on pronoun. So let us discuss the definition of interrogative pronoun. The pronoun, and we already know the pronoun is the word which is used in place of noun. So the pronoun which is used in place of noun and at the same time it asks a question we call interrogative pronoun. So this pronoun is used to ask a question and at the same time it also stands in place of noun. So we have 5 words which are used in English as interrogative pronouns, and of them we have who, whom, whose, which and what. Let me tell you here that what, which and whose are also used as interrogative adjectives. We will also be discussing them when we will start adjective. Now for now let us see how they are used as pronouns. My first example of interrogative pronouns in sentences is who told you that. Now the word here who is used in place of the person who has told you this thing or that thing to you. So here the word who asks a question about the person who has told you anything. So who here is interrogative pronoun, asking a question. Second, whom shall we ask? Here we are confused in certain thing and then we want to ask the explanation or we want information about certain things. So we are confused with that whom should we ask or whom shall we ask. So here we are looking for the person who knows about the thing. So here whom is used to make a question. Third sentence is whose are these books? Here we are asking the question about the owners of the book. Then number 4 is which was his bike? Means here we are asking about the bike that belongs to him. And then fifth sentence is what's going on? So here we want to know anything that is happening and we want to know what's that thing that is happening right now. So as I earlier told you that whose, which and what are also used as interrogative adjectives. So please don't mix interrogative pronouns with interrogative adjectives. For short, I am telling you the little difference between the interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjectives now, but in details we will be discussing them in adjective. So for example, if I say whose book, look at that here, whose are. Here after whose we have the word are, which is verb. And here whose book, after whose we have noun. So that is why here whose will be considered as interrogative adjective. Which umbrella, here which we have used to ask a question, but after which we have umbrella, which is noun. So that's why this is interrogative adjective. But here which has a verb after it, so this is pronoun. What color? Here afterward we have the word color, which in parts of speech is noun. That's why what here will be considered as interrogative adjective. But what is going on? After what we have is, which is verb in parts of speech. So that's why the word what will be considered here interrogative pronoun. Now they have also, what is the difference between who, whom, whose, which and what? So let us discuss them one by one in part 1. This is part 1 of this lecture. There will also be part 2 of that thing and we will be talking about each one of them in details. So let us first of all take the first interrogative pronoun, that is who. Who is interrogative pronoun? It is used as a subjective case. If you remember from my previous lecture, that pronouns have cases: subjective case, objective case, possessive case. And interrogative pronouns have also cases. So who is a subjective case, and that is mostly used in formal English language, but it is also objective case. So the same word can be used as subjective case and objective case. If you remember my previous lecture, we had also another pronoun, that is second person you. Its subjective case and objective case is same. So in the same way, who, subjective case is same and objective case is same. That means if you want to ask a question about the subject, means the doer of some work, you will start your question with who. And if you want to ask a question about the object, means on whom the work is being done, so you can also ask a question with the help of who. That's why this is the sense of subjective case and objective case. Second point that you need to note is that who is common gender. Pronouns have genders like feminine gender, masculine gender, common gender and neuter gender. So who is a common gender? That means that if there is a female, you can ask a question with who. If there is a male, you can also ask a question with the help of who. If I say Ahmad is going and you want to ask who is going, so here who replaces Ahmad. If I say Afnan is going and you want to replace Afnan, that is female, and you say who is going, so in place of Ahmad or Afnan you can use who. So that is what I mean when I say common gender. And it is singular and plural is same. If you remember, once again I remind you that in pronoun we also learned the number. I is a singular, its plural is we. He is singular, its plural is they, and likewise. So the plural of who and the singular of who is same. It means if I say who is going or who is speaking and I'm using is, it means I'm asking about a single person. If I say who are speaking, so after who I'm putting a plural verb, means I'm asking about a group of persons who are speaking. So the singular and plural of who is also same. The last thing that is very important to note, that this is only used for persons, not of things or places, because the pronoun can replace a person, place or thing, but the word who asks question only about persons. So subjective case, objective case, it's common gender, singular and plural is same, and only we ask question about persons with the help of who. Then how can we form the sentences? I mean to say interrogative sentences with the help of who. So we must note the formation of the sentences, because we have two different formations of who. We have a different formation for subjective case and we have also a different formation for objective case. So let's start with the subjective case. If you are using the subjective case, and that is I told you earlier in the formal language, if you are using asking a question about the subject, for example, students are playing. Here students is subject, they are doing the work of playing. So I say who are playing. So here I am replacing students with who. So who will be considered as subjective case. So when who is used as the subjective case, then what is the formation of the sentence? We use who first, then H. Verb means helping verb. Helping verb of the tense in which you are using a sentence, then main verb according to the tense, and then object if there is object in your sentence. So let us see the sentences formed based on this formation. Who were looking for me? Please note, here I am using who were. It means that who is used here in the plural form. So who were looking for me. I put this who first, then helping verb of past continuous tense, then main verb of past continuous tense, and then object. So who were looking for me. Second sentence is who has spoken on this topic. Again, I put who, helping verb of present perfect tense, main verb of present perfect tense, and then object. But not here, I have used here has. It means that who is used here as a singular, not plural. Here plural, here singular. Singular verb means who singular, plural verb means who plural. Then the last sentence is who came late. Please note that I am not using here any helping verb because I have written that thing. Normal formation of the word who is who, helping verb, main verb and object, but there is exception to this formation, that if you are using the word who in present simple or past simple tenses, two tenses, present simple and past simple tenses. The helping verbs of present simple tense are do, does, and the helping verb of past simple tense is did. So if you are using who in past simple and present simple, you won't use helping verb. So that's why I can't say who did come late. Who did come late? That is wrong. The right sentence is who came late. So this is exception. Past simple and present simple helping verb will not be used. Now, who as an objective case. As I earlier told you that when we want to ask question about the object, we can also use who, but that is mostly informal language. Mostly informal language we use like this, but the formation is also different from the first one. So we use who, then helping verb, until here it is all the same, but here we have a main verb, but here we are using subject. This is where things change. And then we have object here, but we are using here main verb. There is no object because in place of object we are using who, means we are asking question about the object on which the work is done. Let us understand this through the examples. Who do you teach there? I used who, helping verb of present simple tense. Yes, in this formation helping verbs of all the tenses will be used. Means present simple, past simple, all the tenses, modal verbs, whatever. So there is no exception to the helping verb in this formation. So we use who, do, helping verb, you, subject, teach, main verb, here, extension. So who do you teach here? Number 2, who, helping verb, present perfect, subject, they, and then arrested. So who have they arrested? So this is the difference. Once again I remind you that in objective case of who, the helping verb of all the tenses will be used, and I have also written as a note. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. If you have still any confusion, you can ask me the question, and as far as whom is concerned, whose, which and what, I will be talking on them in my upcoming lectures. So until my next lecture, bye bye.